Jury selection in Hunter Biden's federal tax evasion case is set to begin today in Los Angeles. The president's son has pleaded not guilty to charges of failing to pay $1.4 million in taxes. He faces up to 17 years in prison if convicted. So for more on the trial, I want to bring in Tom Dupree. He is was a Deputy Assistant Attorney General under President George W. Bush. Thanks for joining us. So just sort of lay out the basics for this case. And if I recall, he's already paid his tax bill, but, the charges are still there.
That's exactly right. He ultimately did pay the taxes, but what the prosecutors are charging is that for several years, he willfully refused to pay his taxes, and in fact, he filed false tax returns. So this case, I think, is going to turn in part on complex tax-related issues, but I think the prosecutor's story is actually going to be pretty simple, that he had tax obligations, he was making a lot of money over these years, and instead of spending his money on paying his taxes, he was using it for all sorts of things, strip clubs, escort services, partying, and that sort of thing. So I think we will hear, in addition to the tax stuff, I think we'll probably hear a lot of dark and salacious details about Hunter Biden's activities during those years.
We said that he faces up to 17 years in prison, but given that he kind of already paid the tax bill, I don't know, how often do people actually see jail time for this sort of thing?
Well, you can. I mean, look, tax cases can be prosecuted at different levels. In this case, he's charged with 3 felonies and 6 misdemeanors. So he does face potentially significant jail time if he's convicted. And look, the fact that he ultimately did pay the taxes, that's not going to insulate him from liability. In fact, the judge has already said that he's not going to let the jury hear that Hunter Biden ultimately pays his taxes. So as things currently stand, the jury's not even going to know that fact, even though the defense would love to get it into evidence.
So because this is a federal case, I guess if he is found guilty, he would be eligible for a presidential pardon, though I believe President Biden said he would not be pardoning his son.
President Biden said he will not pardon his son if convicted. But look, we may be in a that was then, this is now situation. Obviously, at the time Biden pledged not to pardon his son, he was still a candidate for president. Potentially, he'd be getting ready to serve a second term as president. We now know that's not going to happen. The world has changed. So it is very possible, in my view, that come November or December, if Hunter Biden is convicted and stands to go to jail for his crimes, Biden may have second thoughts about his pledge not to pardon him.
Right. And Tom, he didn't mention anything about a commutation. He can also commute the sentence if he wanted to, if Hunter ends up being convicted.
That's exactly right. And that's an important difference. A pardon basically wipes the slate clean. A commutation leaves the conviction in place, but means that Hunter Biden wouldn't actually have to serve time in jail.
All right, Tom Dupree, thank you so much.
Thank you, Anne Marie.